welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel, aka Lilyworks, and today we have a what sold over the weekend again video for you guys. I have some hard goods, some jewelry, clothes is finally starting to ramp up again, so yay for that. And then shoes, of course. I have a tie in there, belts. But yeah, if you like that kind of content, make sure to hit the like video and subscribe down below. I'm starting to revamp this channel over here with some reselling stuff. So if you've been gone and you're coming back, welcome back, you guys. For those of you who know me already, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom that does reselling, and it's working out pretty well. So let's get into what sold. I'm not going to go over everything, just the things that I think you guys might want to know about, from the little things to the surprising expensive sales this week. I changed my location from where I ship to my light box. The noise is better over here. The lighting's better. The upper head light over there did nothing for my complexion over there. But let's get into it. Okay, so I have some jewelry right in front of me. If you guys are new to selling jewelry, I have a lot of jewelry videos where we go through a bunch of antique vintage jewelry, and I talk specifically on why to sell these pieces, why I'm picking up pieces. I have a lot of content out there if you're new and you're interested. I've been picking up a lot more clothes lately with my friends shopping, but I'm going to get into this piece here. I picked it up for around $15 at my friend's booth at the antique store. So it is a sterling silver and amber. You can see some of the inclusions in this amber piece right here. Amber is warm to the touch, not like glass. And this is a sterling silver modernist piece. And it is marked. Let me see, where is it marked? It's by a maker. I'm not finding it right now, but it's by a maker. I'll put it up. You guys will be able to see where it sold up on the screen over there. But this one sold for 100, so 15 into 100. Oh, their marks are right there. Very hard to see them, but they're there. And this is a nice flip here. Of course, I was just telling my friend, if my business isn't trucking, like making $200 to $300 a day, I tend to not take those big risks. Not quite there, I'm getting there, but I used to be able to like buy $15, $20 items and flip them higher. So I'm not really willing to take big risks right now, but I will. Oh, I'm gonna have to get the other piece. I sold a Juliana brooch that looks very similar to this. I'm just noticing that this is not it. This one is an Austria piece. It must have been in the same box. Austria pieces you still want to pick up. The other one is a dangle cha-cha Juliana that I sold. And Juliana jewelry pieces are highly collectible, but they are not marked. So you really have to do your research, see how it puddles, look it up in the isitjulianajewelry.com database. So there's that one. And I have to switch it, and I think it sold for $23, so not a lot, but there is a flaw in it. And then this is just a Kate Spade little piece here. I think this one sold for $25. All right, hard goods. You guys might remember I just picked up this little Swedish mini candle, vintage candlestick holder, hand painted. There is some flaws, but again, I told you I would share with you the smaller pieces, smaller sales. Picked up for 99 cents, sold for $11 on Poshmark or Mercari. I can't remember. But here's another hard good here. Just a plate, sold for $16.99. I liked the coloring in this plate, and I picked it up because it's an ironstone. Now, there are a lot of YouTubers that are like totally all about ironstone and finding ironstone pieces. And I kind of got caught up like, oh, an ironstone piece. This took a little bit to sell. Now, hard goods, And a lot of jewelry pieces are long tail items, which mean they're not going to sell within 3 months. You kind of have to buy low and then wait for the right buyer because they're more of collectible pieces. And this is one of them. So I think I bought this for $1 or $2 at a thrift store and finally sold. Of course, not perfect, has the natural age crazing in it, that little crackling in there. And yeah, it says made in England. There we go. Okay, let's get in. Oh, I wanted to show you guys before I show you guys the clothes and shoes and all that. I want to show you what I won. We went to a gala for children who are in the foster care system, and I bid on something that I'm going to be reselling. I know that sounds horrible, but what we were really bidding on was a fused glass class for 2. Doesn't that sound amazing? So I told my husband, just win that for charity, and then I will resell the piece that came with it. So this comes from the shop. It's called Hot Shop Glass. And if you are reselling glass, look for this etched marking in there and then look up who made it. I could probably list this for about $50 or so. Really pretty. I know you guys can't see the coloring so well with the dark background, but really pretty swirling. We had this on our table during dinner there, and it looked like we could just use it as the water decanter, and I was very tempted. Came with some fairy lights to go inside as well. But wanted to show you that. If you are interested, this will be in my store soon. Click the link down below for our own Lilyworks marketplace if you are interested. But that is gorgeous. Okay, getting on to these pieces here. Okay, all right, so you guys might remember my pickup from Goodwill. I paid $3.99 for this top. It is a top made in Romania. The brand is Never Fully Dressed, and it has this fun, quirky patchwork type design. You can see it better in the picture. This one's got a lot of attention. It finally sold for $30 on eBay, I believe, or Poshmark. You guys will be able to see all the comps and everything and where it sold up on the screen, but really, really cool, very boho, and I knew that this would do well. Even if it wasn't the brand, it was going to be this style, and this did get a lot of attention. Now, this piece here is by the brand Cupcakes and Cashmere. You can see it up here, Cupcakes and Cashmere. And I was excited to find this piece because 5-6 years ago, when I was really into clothing reselling, I heard this name quite a bit. And yes, Anthropologie does sell it, and also they sell kids' clothes. So when I found it, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I never found it before. Since then, I've been finding it a lot, realizing it's not just on Anthropologie, but I'm happy that this one did sell. I picked it up at the bins, so probably $1, $1.50 cost of goods, sold for $22, and it's not cashmere, but that's what the brand is called. So yay, this one sold. Here's a brand you definitely want to be on the lookout for. So if you are like me and you go to the bins and you are not aggressive, you're probably going to find a lot of pieces that I'm showing you, because I tend to go when nobody is really there. I get to calmly go through my bins. And so that's just my style of reselling. So I do pick up a lot of pieces that people don't know about, and or are more bread and butter, and or can sit a little bit longer but could sell for good prices. And I'll show you guys what I mean here. So this is a brand that not a lot of people look out for, and these get left in the bins quite often. So these sold for $42 on Poshmark. It is by the brand Wolky, W-O-L-K-Y. I hear a child coming down. All right, so we have W-O-L-K-Y. These are a comfort walking brand, so leather insoles, very chunky heel. These actually get quite a bit of attention on all my platforms. And yeah, of course, paid about $2 for these at the bins, sold right away. And then these are another brand to look out for, Chaco, C-H-A-C-O. I actually have some on my floor to list. A lot of people in the bins pass them up because they're just rubber banded together and people are not really reading the brand. So I find a lot of Tevas, T-E-V-A, and Chacos quite often left in the very picked over bins, you guys. And these sold for $25, and these are a woman's. Sometimes I can get upwards of like $40 or $50 for some Chacos, but I'm happy with this here. Here's another brand to look out for, and people leave these in the bins all the time. As a matter of fact, I just picked up more yesterday. And when I tell you like very picked over bins, I'm talking about like almost all of them are crumbling, vintage, Crocs, just like you really have to try hard. So I will find these in very picked over bins. The brand is Xero, X-E-R-O. And these are a minimalist, wide toe box shoe, and they actually sell pretty quickly for me. So I will put up what these sold for on the screen. I think it was $30. Again, paid $1 to $2 for these at the bins. Here is a piece that sold a couple days, 1 day, 2 days. I just listed it, and you guys are going to be very surprised as to what it is. $100 sale right here, and the brand is Abercrombie & Fitch. You guys might be thinking, oh, that's crazy, Rachel. Why did you sell that for that price? Okay, so I had it listed for $200, and I took the offer of $100 because I was like, you know what? I paid a few dollars for this at the bins, and it's going to be here today, gone tomorrow. Here is the spell out here, Abercrombie & Fitch. There is logoing right here, A and F, and there is some other logoing like on the zips and everything like that. Why did this sell for so much? This one sold because it's a Y2K Abercrombie, and that's why I picked it up. It is a fun Kelly green color, and the reason I can tell, I'm not very good at differentiating, but I could definitely tell with this one because it has the like little iPad string thing here. And it's just very, very thick and high quality. And if you remember, if you're my age and you were in high school, when you went into like Hollister and Abercrombie, the sweaters and the pants and the jackets, everything was just so thick and high quality in comparison to like Route 21 or Forever, is it Route 21? Route something, Forever 21, Walmart, like those were a lot thinner. And this is a nice thick coat. So again, I could have gotten more for this, I'm sure, but I'm like, okay, I'll just have it in, have it out. It hasn't even been put into one of my poly bags yet, and it is a size large, which is a great size. Again, very picked over bin, found it, listed it, sold it, yay. Okay, another brand to look out for. Hiking season is upon us, so get all of your Keens, Chacos, Tevas, Vasque, all of those type of brands listed. These are some women's Keens, and these sold again for $25. This right here is another, I can't believe this sold type of item, and this had so many watchers on all the platforms. This is a Y2K fitted long maxi mesh whimsy goth fairy, like it just is so many different things. The Y2K grungy dark style with the browns, greens, blacks, sometimes reds is very popular right now. And this brand, I might have it up on the screen, really isn't a brand to be on the lookout for. It is the style. So if you can think of like Y2K grunge whimsy goth, I don't know how else to describe it right now, but definitely look out for that. This one sold for $39.99 for this dress, and it probably weighed a pound maybe, so $1.50. And then this one was another Goodwill bins pickup. This is a Tommy Hilfiger ruffled dress, and this one sold for $30. I'll have it up on the screen. But this one sold pretty much right away as well. Again, I'm looking more for style. So the darker backgrounds with the lighter florals is actually doing pretty well right now. I'm not just saying it from my experience. I'm listening to a lot of people who are seasoned YouTubers who sell this kind of stuff because I am more new to the clothing reselling game again. But apparently that's really hot. So I have been picking up things like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein, Ralph Lauren, if the style is there. So there is that piece. All right, I'm just gonna talk about a few more things. I have a bunch that's not super interesting. I have a couple belts that sold for about $15 each. Pick them up at the bins for around 50 cents. That I love doing over and over, but they're not super interesting. But I have a couple Clarks here. I think I sell Clarks every weekend. They are just bread and butter for me. They sell between $20 and $30 usually. So these sold for $20. These sold for $18. So, but I just listed these and they are a bigger size 11. This one I wanted to talk about here. This is by the brand Koolaburra, and nobody picked these up at the regular thrift for $3.99. Maybe because they didn't know that these are by UGG. They're not the real Sherpa. So if it was real Sherpa, these would probably go for a lot more. But this diffusion, the Koolaburra, is a diffusion by UGG. It has the little cute logo here as well. But these are just some fun sandal slippers. Really pretty seafoam green color. And these didn't take too long to sell either, and these were a good pickup at $3.99 at the regular Goodwill. Okay, so I'm just packaging up almost all my packages. Pemberly's helping me, right, Pem? And I forgot to show you guys this, and I thought it was important to show you these pants. They are Vince, and they sold for $42. Now, I know a lot of people are not picking up Vince anymore, or they're being extremely selective. I found 3 pieces of Vince at Goodwill, and I showed the haul the other day, and now 2 of the pieces sold. One of the Henleys sold, I think, for $25 or $30, and then these pair of pants I picked up for $6.99, and they sold for $42. So I actually just sold some Theory pants, and I just picked up more Vince and Theory at the Goodwill bins recently. So hey, that's been selling for me. I'm pretty excited about that. So let's go back into what sold. I'll just talk about these. These were a quick sale as well. I probably should have held out for them. I've never heard of this brand, but they, again, comfort brands do really well for me. The squishy footbed with the more clog style, like Clark's, Born, and Nayat, Dansko. This is a brand, Erevan. So I think I've sold this several times before. This actually feels like a Taos, T-A-O-S, like quality with the Velcro here, and it just feels like a substantial shoe. I only sold these for $15, but I did pick them up at the bins, and I didn't think that this brand is highly sought after, so I just let these go. And yeah, so I'm gonna get these things packaged up. I have another hat that I am waiting on the buyer to tell me. I'll put it up on the screen. It's a $70 sale for a vintage 3-stripe hat. Look out for vintage 3-striped hats. Those are very collectible. This one is Indiana. It's not going to Indiana. It's going to West Virginia. The buyer paid on Depop and then asked, can you overnight this or send it 2-day shipping? Well, Depop has its own ground shipping, and I can't change it once it's already at ground shipping. All it tells me is, do you want to print this label? Not, do you want to put your own label in? Not, do you want to upgrade? Nothing. So I'm asking them to cancel so I can add $15 to their shipping, and then I can ship through Pirate Ship because I can relist the item with different shipping, and then they have to repurchase. But right now, I can't do that. So I'm waiting on that sale. And yeah, let me know what you learned from this video. Let me know what you guys learned from this video. If you liked it, definitely give it a thumbs up. Leave me some comments down below. Give me all the love. And make sure you're subscribed if you're not already subscribed. And I haven't opened up Facebook yet, but that's okay. The world is kind of crazy and I'm taking care of my mental health right now, but I do miss you guys. I do miss our conversations. Just know it's in the works, just not quite yet. And if you're not already subscribed, definitely hit the subscribe button and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.